Modu once again to continue our piano lesson. Today, our lesson is going to be based on understanding chord extension. So, starting from my 1, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 8th, this is the 11th, and this is the 13th. They all turns into the extensions. These are the extended chords so far I've come to across. So ideally, when you play the major 7th chord, this is the major 7th chord. I have a lesson on it. Check. When you add this 9th note, this 7th, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in key F. 8th, 9th, the chord now tends to be 9th chord. So it can be played like this with the two hands. If you have long fingers like me, you can play it in the left and you add the 9th. When we count 9, 10, 11, when you play this chord tends to be our 11th chord. Wow. Let's count another count and let's see how it goes. This 10, 11, this the 11th, 12th, this 13th. So when I play this chord, this is a 13th chord. So ideally 7th, 9th chord, 11th chord, 13th chord. So this is how quickly you can learn or we can understand this theoretical system. The 13th chord is the highest extension. Yes, this is the 13th chord. When we play this chord, the 13th is the highest chord. There is something we should really know or we should really understand. In chord or when forming chords, the chord is named by the highest note presented in the chord, mostly in the extensions. When you extend a chord like this, you see when we extended this chord, this is a 7th chord, this is a major triad, and we extended it by adding the 7th note. This note is the highest, so it changed the chord name to the 7th. This is the 9th. It is the 9th because this is the highest note and this is what we are looking for. So it changed the chord name from 7th to 9th. This is the 11th because 9, 10, 11th. It changed the chord name, this same chord name to 11th chord because of the higher note here. Now, this is the 13th. It changed the chord name to a 13th because this is the highest note found. So the chord name is named by the highest note found in the chord. Yes. So these chords are very vital in jazz playing or playing piano. Being a pianist, you have to know these chords and how they are being used. Let's look at how important or how relevant they are or their uses. In my left hand, I have this chord. This is my 7th chord. Usually, I used to play this 7th chord in my right hand most of the times. So I will play this chord in my right hand like this, and in my left hand I used to represent it with a 3rd, that is a mi. In key F, that is A minor. So this is my A. So when I'm going to my 4, assuming I'm at my 1, I want to go to a 3 to a 4. So this is my 3. Then I go to my 4. Yes, very simple. You came from heaven to die, to show the way, but Lord, I live, you get it? I don't really know the lyrics, so I've forgotten the lyrics, but and I use it to end a song. When the song is about ending, coming to a 1, I use this 7th chord again to end the song. Lord, I lift your name on high. It sounds weird or some way, but it sounds like we are not just ending. they should expect like we might come in or something like that. So just end it, or you represent it with your 3 to a 4. Simple as AB. Let's look at the extended ninth, the ninth note. This one. I usually use this chord, or I usually play this note most of the time this way because I have it here. So it's like a 5. Yes. So this chord is like a 5 to me. Yes. So most of the time I used to represent my 5. So at my 1. Then so it's like a 5 over a 1. Sounds very nice. You see, it sounds very nice. So I can take this one off, the one of this one or two. It now looks like the major 7th. That is how I use it to repeat it. So this, the ninth, I usually use the ninth to present my 5. Yes. Let's look at the 4th. That is the 11th chord, the 11th extension. The 11th extension I usually use to represent my 2. That is my 2 chord. So this is the 7th. It has been extended to 11th. So I usually take this off. Or better still, when a song is about ending, I just draw it like a 5 to a 1. Sorry, a 5 to a 1. Like a 5 to a 1. The 11th chord is just like a C dominant. It's just like a dominant in the majors. This is the 11th. When you add it to this 7th chord, let's take these two, the 1 and the 3rd off, and let's see. It is a dominant in C, so it's a C dominant chord. So I usually use it as a 5. So the 11th, I usually use the 11th as my 5 to a 1. Then key F. So this is my 11th. I usually take these things off, these 2 notes off. Then it's like a dominant, but ideally, or sometimes when I'm playing and I want to go to my 4, I can just do the 11th. I can voice it this way. In a way, it's like a sus2, something like that, but I've extended it. You can call it my 11th or my sus2 inverted to my 1. Yes. Let's look at the 13th. The 13th is like a 2 over a 1. Or a 2 over a major 7th. So I usually take this 2 notes off, play it as a 5, or yes, play it as a 5 to a 1. Yeah, so they are just related. Take your time, rehearse much with them, and also figure out how to use them or how to apply them in song. Let's see how it goes. God bless you for following. See you next time.